Chosen one. Imagine the night sky splitting open above you, a storm of stars tumbling like sparks from eternity. And in that chaos, a voice whispers your name. Not in the distance, not in a dream, but inside your very bones. That voice is not ordinary. It is divine, and it has one message for you. Your hands hold the key. Every line, every scar, every moment of trembling, every gesture you've ever made carries a secret code written by God Himself. You may think you've been ordinary, but your touch has always opened doors others couldn't see. Your hands have unlocked mercy when you comforted someone who was breaking. They carried strength when you lifted burdens heavier than your own. They even carried fire when you dared to hold on in moments others would have let go. God is telling you tonight, check now. Look at your hands. They are not simply flesh and blood. They are maps of destiny, tools of creation, vessels of divine energy. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this moment. Deep inside you, wishes have been waiting, silent but alive, aching to be released into the universe. Don't keep them hidden anymore. In the comments, write your warmest wishes and seal them with 99. This number is your sign, your release, your alignment with divine current. When you do, the energy around you shifts, and heaven itself responds. And hear me clearly, if your spirit woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. Your presence is proof you are chosen, and chosen ones do not hide. They declare. This is your declaration moment. Look at your hands again. See them for what they are, instruments of God's plan. They have been carrying unseen blueprints all along, every task, every grip, every release, every fight. Even when you thought you were just surviving, your hands were recording victories, heaven was counting. When you worked through pain, your hands testified that faith had not abandoned you. When you wiped tears from your own face, your hands carried the courage of a warrior who refused to give up. Tonight, those same hands are ready to turn keys, to unlock vaults of blessing, to unseal doors that have stood silent for too long. God said your hands hold the key, so why are you still doubting? Why do you still wonder if you're worthy? You are not just worthy, you are necessary. There are doors waiting for you, chosen one. Doors no one else can open, because the locks were designed to recognize your fingerprints. You've been walking with keys without even realizing it. The ideas you touch, the prayers you lift, the love you give, the energy you release, they are all keys. And right now, in this moment, the universe is trembling because one more lock is about to break open through you. The question is not whether the door will open. The question is whether you will dare to stretch your hand, to turn the invisible key, and to step through without hesitation. The rain of destiny is falling, chosen one, and every drop is a signal reminding you, your hands are not empty. Picture yourself standing before a locked door that no one else can approach. Others tried and failed. Their hands slipped, their courage broke. But when you step forward, the atmosphere changes. The lock listens. The air around you hums. Because your hands carry the code of heaven, and what once resisted begins to yield. You were never meant to borrow someone else's key. You've been carrying your own all along. The struggle, the silence, the scars, they were engraving the key into your hands, preparing you for this exact moment. Your hands are not just tools. They are extensions of your soul. When you reach out, you shift atmospheres. When you build, you alter futures. When you lift others, you lift yourself closer to divine alignment. And every time you thought your effort was wasted, heaven was recording. The unseen book of destiny is full of pages written by your hands. God said your hands hold the key. Check now, because the door is closer than you think. The very thing you've been praying for is leaning against you, waiting for your touch. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. Doors don't stay open forever. They respond to the courage of those who dare to move. And this is your moment to move. Think about how many times you wanted to give up, but your hands still held on. When others let go, you clung to life, to hope, to God's whisper. Those hands carried you across nights that felt endless, across deserts that felt dry, across battles that seemed unwinnable. They shook, yes. They bled, yes. But they never failed you. And now God is saying, they will not fail you now. That dream you thought was locked away, that breakthrough you thought belonged to someone else, it is aligned with your hands, not theirs. Stop comparing yourself. Stop underestimating yourself. The hands that worked, that fought, that prayed, those are the hands ordained to turn the key. So check now. Stretch them out before you. See them with new eyes. They are not instruments of weakness. They are seals of destiny. You can feel it even now, a tingling, a weight, a charge of energy flowing through your fingers. That is not imagination. That is confirmation. Your hands are glowing with divine purpose. They are ready to open the next door. And when you do, you will understand why every delay, every pain, every silent season was necessary. The lock was not ready, but now it is, and only you can turn it. Chosen one, the world around you has been whispering lies, convincing you that you are powerless, that your future is locked away behind gates too strong to open. But look at history. Every chosen soul was underestimated before they were revealed. The difference is this: they discovered the key they already carried. And tonight, God is commanding you to do the same. Your hands hold the key. Every time you create, every time you fight through fear, every time you reach out in love, you are proving that you've been chosen to unlock something far greater than yourself. The doors you open are not just for you, they are for generations yet to come. Feel the weight of that. The locks are not ordinary, and neither are you. There are doors of healing waiting for your touch. Doors of financial breakthrough that respond to your fingerprints. Doors of reconciliation that only your embrace can open. Doors of creativity, wisdom, and vision that will never respond to anyone else. That's why you've been kept hidden, why the road has been longer for you. God was shaping your hands to fit locks, that no other human could even find. The wait was not punishment. It was preparation. Now the locks are here, and your hands are ready. Do you see how often your hands have spoken louder than your words? When you prayed, they trembled with faith. When you worked, they bled with persistence. When you lifted yourself out of darkness, they carried the light of your resilience. When you held someone close, you passed strength without speaking. You've been opening small doors all along, but now the larger ones are ready. The kind of doors that shift bloodlines, break curses, and change destinies. God said, "Check now, because you are closer than you think." And when that door swings open, it will not just open for you. It will send a ripple across everything attached to you. Your family will feel it. Your home will feel it. Your spirit will feel it. This is not just about your hands unlocking your own blessing. This is about your hands unlocking blessings for everyone connected to you. That's why you've been under attack. That's why the enemy tried to weaken your grip. Because if you drop the key, the doors remain closed. But if you hold on, if you dare to turn it now, everything changes at once. So, chosen one, are you ready to see the evidence? Are you ready to feel the doors respond? Then lift your hands in faith, even where you are now, and declare, "My hands are the key." Say it until you believe it. Whisper it until you feel it. Shout it until the walls around you recognize it. Because once you know it, nothing can stop the doors from unlocking. Chosen one, imagine a vault, sealed for centuries, hidden deep in the shadows of time. Inside it lies everything that has been promised to you. Peace, abundance, healing, opportunities, restoration, love. People have walked past it without knowing it was there. Some even tried to force it open, but the vault would not yield. It was waiting for the one whose hands carried the right imprint. And now, here you stand, with those very hands pulsing with divine energy. God said your hands hold the key. Check now, because the vault is responding. The locks are turning. The barriers are trembling. The time has come for release. You thought the waiting was wasted, but it was not. Every battle strengthened your grip. Every tear softened your hands with compassion. Every task you didn't want to do built endurance in your fingers. Every season of silence carved invisible codes into your palms. Nothing was wasted. Even the failures were chiseling the edges of your key. That's why you're stronger now, why your hands carry wisdom they didn't before. The universe recognizes this growth, and the doors that stayed shut yesterday cannot resist you today. Your presence, your faith, your persistence. They are magnetic forces bending reality in your favor. Look at your hands again. The same hands that once trembled in weakness now tremble with power. The same hands that once reached out for help are now stretching out to lift others. You are not just holding a key. You are becoming the key. Your life itself is unlocking things for people around you. That's why your touch changes atmospheres. That's why people feel different when you shake their hand, when you embrace them, when you simply place your hand on their shoulder. It's not just kindness. It's transfer. It's alignment. its energy flowing from your divine assignment. Chosen one, God said this is not the season to hide your hands. This is not the season to doubt them. This is the season to use them boldly, to touch what others fear, to grab what others drop, to lift what others call impossible. Do you understand the power resting in your grasp right now? You could unlock blessings that ripple through generations. You could release healing that echoes in families you've never even met. You could set free opportunities that would remain buried if you refuse to move. That's why you can't hesitate. This is not just about you. This is about everything attached to you. The key is already in your possession. It was never outside you. It was always carved into your very being. And now the door is waiting. Do not walk away. Do not stand frozen. Turn the key. Use your hands. Declare with power, my hands hold the key, and tonight the doors will open. Chosen one, the air is shifting around you. Can you feel it? The silence that once surrounded your life is breaking, and the weight pressing on your spirit is lifting. This is not random. This is alignment. God has placed a vibration in your hands that the world cannot ignore. When you move them, the unseen responds. When you stretch them, opportunities adjust. When you close them in prayer, heaven leans closer. The key is not something you must search for outside yourself. It has been inside your grasp from the very beginning. God said your hands hold the key. Check now, because your very next movement could be the one that opens the largest door of your life. The truth is, chosen one, you've already been unlocking things without even realizing it. That relationship you helped heal, it was your key. That project you refused to give up on, it was your key. That moment when you comforted someone else even though you were broken yourself, it was your key. Heaven has been watching, marking every time you used your hands for something beyond yourself. You were practicing on smaller locks, preparing for the great one that is in front of you now. Every touch was training, every grip was rehearsal. And now, the moment has come to use everything you've learned in one single act of courage. The locks that once mocked you are not mocking anymore. They are trembling. The doors that once felt immovable are groaning on their hinges. What you thought would take years can open in a moment. God is saying, trust what I placed in your hands. Trust the scars, the lines, the strength, the trembling, the very things you once saw as weakness. They are not weakness. They are proof that your hands are living keys, tested by fire, and worthy of unlocking the impossible. So do not step back now. Do not delay. Chosen one, your hands are the signal heaven is waiting for. When you act, creation aligns. When you move, doors yield. When you dare to turn the unseen key, everything will change. Not slowly, not partially, but in one divine moment. That's why the battle has been so hard, because what you are about to unlock is greater than anything you've touched before. Chosen one, imagine the moment when a lock finally clicks open. The sound is small, but its meaning is massive. That tiny sound changes everything. What was once closed, hidden, and impossible suddenly becomes accessible. That's the sound your life is waiting for, and your hands are the ones chosen to release it. You have walked too long with clenched fists. too long with tired palms, too long thinking you had nothing left to offer. But God whispers again, check now. Your hands still carry the imprint of heaven's code. The key has not left you. The assignment has not passed you by. You are standing before the door, and your hands are trembling because they know it is about to open. Do not underestimate the symbolism of your hands. They carry your history, your sacrifices, your persistence, your victories. They are living testaments of everything you've survived. They've carried burdens, built dreams, and even wiped away tears that no one else saw. And yet, here they are, still able, still strong, still ready. That is no accident. Your hands have been preserved because they were destined to perform this act of unlocking. The lock was designed for your fingerprints, and nothing else will fit. Chosen one. Think of all the moments where you almost dropped the key. Times when despair tried to paralyze you, when exhaustion made you doubt, when the enemy whispered that you were finished, but your hands didn't let go. They kept holding, they kept reaching, they kept working, and now that perseverance is being rewarded. The key is not rusty, it's not broken, it is sharpened, glowing, and ready. Heaven has been waiting for this exact moment, because when you turn it, not just one door, but many will swing open at once. So check again, look closely, stretch your hands before you. Feel the weight of destiny pressing into your palms. This is not fantasy, it is alignment. The locks are responding even now. You may not hear it yet, but the hinges are moving. You may not see it yet, but the gates are trembling. God is reminding you, you hold the key. You are not empty, you are not forgotten. You are the one designed to unlock what others never could. Chosen one, every moment of your life has been leading here. The struggles, the doubts, the victories, the delays, they were not random detours. They were the shaping of the key that now rests in your hands. God is saying, stop questioning whether you are ready. You are ready. The very things you thought disqualified you are the exact things that gave your hands their shape, their power, their authority. Without those scars, the key would not fit. Without that pain, the lock would not recognize you. What once felt like punishment was actually preparation. And tonight, you are standing at the edge of your unlocking. Think of how many doors have been waiting for this moment. The doors of opportunities that were once invisible. The doors of healing that no medicine could bring. The doors of favor that no influence could buy. These are the doors your hands were destined to open. And when they open, they will not just swing for you. They will burst wide for those who are connected to you, those who have walked beside you, those who have prayed for you in silence. Your unlocking is not just personal, it is generational. Chosen one, do you feel the trembling inside your spirit right now? That is not fear. That is the vibration of destiny moving through your body. Your hands are heating. Your spirit is awakening, because the time is no longer someday. It is now. You've waited long enough. You've doubted long enough. You've questioned long enough. This is the season where your hands prove what God has declared all along. You are the key holder. You are the opener. You are the one that shifts the atmosphere. And once this door opens, there is no shutting it again. The flow of blessings, the river of breakthroughs, the surge of energy, it will not trickle, it will flood. This is why you cannot step back. This is why hesitation must leave you. You are not simply hoping anymore, you are holding. The key is not in the clouds, it is in your hands, and the lock is waiting for your courage to turn it. Chosen one, the atmosphere is shifting like the moments before a great storm. You can almost hear it, the creak of ancient doors beginning to give way, the faint sound of locks trembling at your touch. The universe knows your hands are rising, and heaven has already signaled it's time. The energy flowing through your palms is not imagination. It is the weight of divine purpose pressing into your skin. You are not called to wander aimlessly. You are called to hold the key that shifts the unseen into reality. God said your hands hold the key. Check now, because the locks are softer than they've ever been, and the door is begging to be opened. You must understand, chosen one, why the attacks on your hands have been so fierce. Every setback, every delay, every moment of exhaustion was designed to weaken your grip. The enemy wasn't after your body, your mind, or even your heart. It was after your hands. Because if you drop the key, the doors stay closed. But you didn't let go. Even when you shook, you held on. Even when you thought your strength was gone, your hands refused to surrender. That's why tonight they burn with such fire, why they feel so alive, because they are moments away from completing what they were created for. Think of what happens when the key finally turns. The shadows scatter, the chains fall, the air fills with light. It will feel like the world itself has shifted under your feet. And all of it will begin with one simple act, your hands moving in faith. That's how powerful they are. That's how necessary you are. You are not standing in front of an ordinary door. You are standing before the very threshold of your destiny. And your hands, chosen one, are the ones heaven has been waiting on. So stretch them forward with no fear. Feel the invisible key pressing against the lock. Trust the sound of the tumblers aligning, the rush of energy confirming that the moment is here. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt. Your hands are ready. The lock is ready. The time is ready. And once it opens, nothing will ever be the same. Chosen one, the night is heavy, and the silence around you feels like it's holding its breath. But within that silence, something extraordinary is happening. The locks that stood against you are shaking. The barriers that mocked you are weakening. And the doors that have waited for years are beginning to surrender. God said your hands hold the key. Check now, because the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. This is no longer a prophecy of tomorrow. This is the reality of tonight. Think about the journey that brought you here, the nights where your hands trembled in exhaustion but still held on, the days where you worked with nothing but faith in your grasp, the seasons where you prayed and wondered if heaven was listening. Every single moment carved something into your hands. They were not empty moments. They were engraving. They were shaping. They were building the exact key you now carry. And tonight, the doors know it. They recognize the code written in your scars, in your lines, in your persistence. You are not approaching as a beggar. You are approaching as the key holder. This is why you could never quit. This is why every time you tried to walk away, something pulled you back. Because your destiny was locked behind a door only you could open. Others could not do it. They were not shaped for it. They were not chosen for it. You are. And now, your hands are burning with confirmation. You can almost feel the pressure of the lock against your palm, hear the tumblers inside shifting into alignment. The door is ready to fall open, not tomorrow, not one day, but now. Chosen one, when that door opens, it will not creak, it will burst. Everything hidden will come rushing forward. Blessings that were delayed, opportunities that seemed lost, healing that felt impossible, favor that seemed unreachable. They will all flood your life in a wave that cannot be contained. You have been waiting for a trickle, but heaven has been preparing a flood. And when it hits, you will understand why the journey was so long, why the battles were so fierce, why the silence was so painful. It all led to this one act, your hands unlocking what belongs to you. But this is bigger than you. When your door opens, the atmosphere around your family changes. Your children, your loved ones, your household, they will all feel the shift. Generations after, you will thank you for turning this key, because the doors you open will not close when you are gone. They will remain open, creating paths for those who follow. That's why your hands had to endure so much. They were not just being shaped for you. They were being shaped for everyone connected to you. So now, chosen one, I ask you, will you hesitate or will you move? Will you stand frozen or will you dare to turn the key? The universe is waiting. Heaven is watching. The lock is trembling. The hinges are crying out. Your hands are glowing with divine fire. All that remains is your courage. Stretch them forward. Grip the invisible key and declare aloud, my hands hold the key, and I am unlocking it now. Say it until your spirit shakes, until your atmosphere bends, until the door swings wide before you. And when it opens, do not look back. Walk through it with boldness. Step into the room that was always meant for you. Feel the flood of light pouring over you, the rush of energy surging into you, the divine confirmation that you have been waiting for. This is your time. This is your unlocking. This is your destiny revealed. Chosen one, remember this. The world may have doubted you, but the door never did. It was always waiting for your hands. And now that the lock has yielded, nothing can stop what flows next. You are no longer standing outside. You are stepping inside. You are no longer knocking. You are entering. You are no longer waiting. You are receiving. Your hands held the key, and tonight you turned it. Now watch as heaven unfolds everything it promised. This is your moment. This is your door. This is your destiny. And it has finally opened.